I remember we were watching Michael Portillo on the television doing the great train journeys around Portugal. And we'd booked a cruise to go with friends in the February to Portugal. And I kept saying to him, look, Steve, that's where we're going. Look, there's Lisbon, there's this, there's that, there's the other. And I went to bed, said, right, I'm going to bed, because I was up at 6 the next morning. And I left him watching the TV. And then 4 o'clock in the morning, that was it, woke up. I could just feel him just sort of trembling, juddering, and I thought he was having a nightmare because I could hear this little noise. And I just shook him, said, Steve, you're having a nightmare, wake up. And it never stopped. It was just the oddest noise ever. So I put the lamp on and he was completely grey, completely blue, eyes open. He'd just gone, he's just no pulse, not breathing or anything. And I was on the bed doing CPR. It was 20 minutes before the paramedics arrived. He had 3 shocks here. He had another shock in the ambulance to the hospital, and we got him to Salford Royal. And he was pretty bad then, and he looked like, didn't look good at all. That first week, we didn't know whether he was actually brain dead. So we had to wait, and then there was some response, but we didn't know what the outcome would be. You know when you panic, when you think you've lost something? I felt like that. There's nothing you can do. You're just in a daze. You don't acknowledge anything. Nothing. I couldn't answer the phone. I couldn't answer a text to anyone. I couldn't answer the phone when the phone rang because I didn't want to go over it again. I couldn't go over the same story to every person that I knew at that time.
When I woke up and they woke me up, I was just glad I could get up and walk, because that was really frightening. When you see the other people in the hospital, they can't walk. But I don't want that to be. I don't want it to be like that. I always wanted to be fit. I didn't want to. Being a truck driver, you always sat down. But I thought, I don't want to change the way I looked. I want to always be like fit, and I've always been able to do that because I play football every week. I'm a truck driver, always have been. That's all I've ever done till this happened. I could have retired a few years ago, but I didn't want to. I like driving, enjoy the job.
Even though it was his life, it's like that you open the book and the pages are blank.
And in the hospital, they gave you things like that to do, to bring you back your memory. Because writing, I couldn't write. Writing was hard because I couldn't do it. Reading was even harder because I couldn't read at all.
So in that time, I just went every day, and I'd write. I took a notebook and I wrote the alphabet in it. My name is Pat. Pat is my wife. Another page, and my son is William. And we go through this every day. And colours, he couldn't recognise it. If I said, what colour is that car? He'd say, silver, and it'd be gold. What make is that car? He had no idea. And yet he could tell a car from a tail light or a door handle or even anything, any detail on a car, he'd know it. He couldn't recognise anything at all. But for Steve, his rehabilitation has been mainly built on his exercise and music. Music's been massive for his memories. Every piece of music that we'd hear would then relate to a memory early on. When he was ill, he'd just been moved and he was really agitated, and I had my phone with me. And he had some pieces of music I knew he liked, and he absolutely loves Mark Monroe on days like these. and he was quite upset and down. And I put my phone to his ear, and I put it on, and he just started to cry and mouth the words. The main thing is driving now. If we could get driving again, that would be, as he was a driver all his life. And driving's not just been his livelihood, it's been his hobby for years and years and years. And, you know, it's a huge loss.
When Pat retires in a few years, we intend to, if they give me a licence back, we're off into Europe again, like we did before. She's done so much for me, and like she always has done. I feel like we're so close as we ever were.
Oh yeah, we are, yeah.
Here I am on bending knees,